Hello YouTube! Today I'm going to be talking about or showing you how I made my fairy shoes, fairy jar, fairy wings, and fairy pants. The full outfit can be seen on my Instagram and I'm very proud of what it looks like. I still do hope to add more to it later and make it a better fairy costume, but this was absolutely a great start. For my fairy pants, I started with this green pair of pants and I started by cropping them because I thought that a fairy would be more likely to wear more of a cropped pant. Then I decided to cut out leaf shapes out of this brown fabric in addition to more non-see-through fabrics. I melted the edges of the brown see-through fabric by using a lighter, but in the end I decided not to use this brown see-through fabric just because it's pretty see-through and it didn't really contribute to the look that I had wanted. In addition to the brown sheer fabric that I used a variety of green fabrics that I had just acquired from various scrap materials or ripped pants or what have you. I cut out different leaf shapes and I tried to draw on some of the spines. For all of the leaf shapes that I cut out of fabric, I sewed around the edge to help secure it and down the center. And for some of the more spiky leaves, I also folded it and sewed another line just to get some more spines and details in there. So here I have a bunch of leaves. I think I want to make more, but of various fabrics I have a stitch on the outside and then I just folded them to make the little spines or whatever. Some have more spines and some have just one. It gets a little bit busy to have more than one spine, so not a lot of them have more than one, but leaves of various fabrics all sitting here. So the best way to attach all of the fake leaves that I sewed is to attach them while I'm actually wearing the capris that I'm attaching the base to, which means that it's extremely difficult to do anything except for the top, so like the side and the back isn't done yet. It'll be easiest if you have someone to help you do the back of your shorts or capris or pants, whatever you choose, so that they can place everything nicely and it looks good. But so far the front is turning out very well. So these are my pants or capris with all of my little fabric leaves pinned on in place. And as you can see, I actually ran out of leaves. It requires a lot of the leaves, so I didn't have enough to do the whole capris, and I don't have enough fabric. So I just did the front as my focus, and then I let the back kind of lead toward the front as more of a waterfall on the sides. And I think it works. So for sewing them on, I'm going to hand sew them, and I'll sew around the edges and not all the way down so that they can still move around as if they are leaves and I am some sort of tree, but it'll be just kind of around the top so that the bottom can flutter in the wind. In the end, I did end up scavenging for more fabric to make more leaves, which made me super happy because the pants just looked a lot more full. I also ended up cutting out the edges so that at the bottoms where you see the points of the leaves, it's just the points of the leaves and you don't see connecting under fabric or anything like that. Now I'm going to talk about how I made my fairy jar. For my fairy jar, I have a butterfly wings here. They aren't quite perfect the way that I put them on, but I found these wings just outside after a long hot week, so this butterfly must have died from the heat. Inside I have a light pack with some batteries so I can turn it on when I want to. And I used a bunch of Mod Podge and some plastic glitter bits, so you can kind of see that it can be kind of shiny, and that's kind of the Mod Podge held the wings in and all of the shiny glitter bits. On the other side, I put a fairy with Mod Podge. Again, it's on the outside this time. I don't know if you can tell. And that's just another option of what you could do if you don't have, fresh natural butterfly wings. This rope was just like kind of put together and made. It would be a lot easier if you just bought rope, but I kind of twisted it together to give it a lot more color and kind of more of a natural look. I'm going to tell you how I made these wings with wings from the dollar store, this clip, and simply a bunch of plastic wrap, like cling wrap or whatever, saran wrap. So I took off all of the coating up here. It was actually a purple one, but you could get any color really because it doesn't matter because you're gonna take it all off. So I took it all off and then coated it in the saran wrap. It's a personal preference, but it helps if you have something to help cover the corners a little bit. I used E6000, but hot glue will work just as well. So you notice in the corners here, it's some glue there. So I used E6000 for that. And then I wrapped it around until I felt like it was very secure, and I used a hairdryer to kind of melt and tighten all of the saran wrap. So I got this very kind of webby look on all of my wings, just by the way that I had wrapped the saran wrap around the wings. If you notice, I also shaped the wings slightly from their original shape that I got them when I got them from the dollar store. I mean, just bending it, it's already in a wing loop. Now, most wings that you can get made on Etsy or what have you have some sort of thing that you can slide it in the back of an outfit. Since these wings were going around the shoulders, like with elastic, which is this same elastic here, I just ended up wrapping it around this middle piece and around this carabiner so that I could slide it down a shirt. Obviously, it would work better if you had used some bit of metal because clearly this doesn't go down very far and is not super stable. My fairy shoes are a lot more excessive than any fairy shoes really have to be, just kind of something more natural looking ankle booties will do you just fine, but I put these together with a lot of fake leaves and I started with a base of Converse. So this was a button that I actually glued on top of this snap to make it look more fun, and really I just glued on a lot of these fake leaves, and this was a cuff of something that I seam ripped off. I have a flower up on the toe to give a more toe pointy look, and then the other side is very similar. I actually cut this to be shorter because these are high top Converse, and I put in these little ties right here to be just enough to hold it on my feet between what will go over my ankle and this tie right here, instead of having the laces, just so that it looks more natural. Not that all of these fake leaves look all that natural, but that's what I was going for.
Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more, and remember to like this video if you enjoyed it. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.